going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Playbook Sports Podcast as we continue giving you guys all 32 scripts for the upcoming NFL season. I have been given the NFC East to start today, and I've been going kind of in order with all of mine and just happening upon the teams who go win their division first. Today I've got all of the scripts right here in my hand, and I'm just going to mix them up. I don't know who I'm doing today. I have no clue. We're just moving these all around, and I'm going to draw this one right here. We are doing the Philadelphia Eagles 2023 NFL script, written right there by good old Roger Goodell. Let's get into this one. Before we get into today's video, guys, I just want to give a special shout out to today's sponsors, starting with Goldfine and Bowles, Lawyers for the Injured. Personal injury, workers' compensation, those are their two things, but any sort of legal advice, they're the people to call. Give them a phone call, 309-673-5144. Tell them we sent you, okay? And I'd also like to shout out SeatGeek for sponsoring today's video as well. Use promo code PlaybookSports on their website to get $20 off your first purchase of $30 or more. Let's get back to the video. Today, we're going to be talking about the Super Bowl runner-ups, the Philadelphia Eagles. This team was so good last year, you guys. I mean, obviously, you all know that. They were dominant in every facet of the game, it seemed. You saw what they did in the NFC divisional round and the NFC championship game against those teams. It was domination. And yeah, I understand San Francisco players have been griping about, we beat them with Purdy. It's like, okay, well, you didn't have him and you got absolutely spanked. Yeah, maybe it's different if you aren't playing McCaffrey at quarterback, but I'm not dealing in what ifs. What happened was you guys got absolutely waxed in Philadelphia. Let's get over it. Move along. And then, obviously, the Eagles players have kind of complained about the Super Bowl and have come out several times and said, oh, man, change the field and we win that game 10 out of 10 times. It's like the Chiefs didn't play on that field as well. I mean, are they just not sliding as much as you guys? I don't understand all of that. Just listen, it was a great game. It was a great game. You just got beat by Patrick Mahomes. Everybody can say they got beat by Patrick Mahomes. He's the best in the business. It is what it is. Chiefs came out on top. Eagles looking to bounce back. And I really like what the Eagles have done in this offseason. Go check out their offseason videos. Go check out all of the offseason videos while you're at it. And I like what they're building. And I'm expecting to see them continue their strong form this upcoming year. But let's see what Roger thinks. Week 1, they've got what looks like a gimme. Patriots didn't get DeAndre Hopkins. Unlucky. Darn it. Just hate to see it. Philadelphia is going to destroy New England on New England's home field week 1. Week 2, they get the Thursday night game against the Minnesota Vikings, a playoff team from last year that may be a playoff team this year. We'll see. But it's a primetime game against Kirk Cousins. We all know how that story goes. Philadelphia Eagles, 2-0 to start the year. Week 3, Monday night at Tampa Bay. Who's playing quarterback for? Is it Baker? Is it Trask? I don't think it doesn't matter. It's going to be a blowout. Eagles, 3-0. Week 4, Washington. Not a whole lot to say there. At home as well. I know Washington did beat them in a game last year, but I think Washington is worse this year than they were last year. And I think they're going to be big-time sellers at the NFL's trade deadline. Eagles, 4-0. Week 5. What is this schedule, Roger? For the Eagles? Are we sure about this? Week 5, they go to the Rams. Oh my God, 5-0. I mean, what are we doing? How is it that they get the Patriots, who are not going to be a very good team this year, a primetime game against the Vikings? I mean, if it's a noon Vikings game, maybe it's a better matchup, but this is primetime. Done. Monday night against Tampa Bay. Done. Washington. Done. And then the Rams. What am I looking at here? What a start for the Eagles. I mean, my God, talk about a gift. That's nice, Raj. Help me, rich get richer, I guess. But it does look like Raj says enough's enough. And in Week 6, they travel to the New York Jets and suffer their first loss at the hands of this upstart Jets team, who have a good defense to match up with the Eagles' offense. And we'll see what the Jets' offense is against that Eagles' defense. It's a good game. It's in New York, so I get why Roger has the Jets winning this one. Week 7, Sunday Night Football against the Miami Dolphins, and Roger has them losing this one as well and falling to 5-2. Dolphins' offense is going to be explosive this year. Big fan, obviously. Just interested to see how that defense with Vic Fangio is. It can be insane, and who knows. But Roger seems to think the Dolphins are going to be pretty good. So he's got the Dolphins winning this game here, and the Eagles going to 5-2. Week 8, they go to the Commanders, and they're going to win this one pretty handily again. Move to 6-2 on the season. And then Week 9, a real good matchup here. It is at home against the Dallas Cowboys. And right before the bye, the Eagles get another win and move to 7-2 through 9 weeks. Excuse me, man. I can't be too upset about that. 2 tough losses against AFC East opponents. The Eagles are looking like a dominant force in the NFC again, as kind of we all expect. Let's see. Week 11, this is maybe game of the season, potentially. Monday Night Football at Kansas City. Roger has the Chiefs getting the better of them again. Doesn't matter what field we play on. Chiefs are going to beat you. Chiefs knock off the Eagles and move the Eagles to 7-3 on the year. Now this, okay, so I was talking a lot about the stretch at the beginning of the year that the Eagles had and how easy it was. This is a brutal stretch of games that I'm looking at right here. Yeesh. All right, we'll call it even. All square. Week 11, just told you about the Chiefs. Week 12, they host the Buffalo Bills, and they are going to beat the Buffalo Bills and move to 8-3 on the year. Week 13, they host the San Francisco 49ers. Kind of a rematch here, and it just doesn't matter as the Eagles beat them and move to 9-3 on the season. I would imagine that if Purdy didn't start the year as a quarterback, that he's definitely the quarterback now. They got to get that settled, who it is, if it's Purdy, if it's Lance, if it's Darnold. It won't be Darnold, but you never know. But either way, Eagles just too good, knock them off in Philadelphia. Week 14, Sunday Night Football at Jerry World, and the Cowboys are going to pull off the dub and drop the Eagles to 9-4. It's looking like it's going to be a real battle for the NFC East, and no NFC East team has ever repeated. I mean, that's okay. That's not true. The last time it happened was in like 2001 to 2004. The Eagles won all of those, but then since that season, we have not had a repeat NFC East winner. So it's going to be close, and history tends to say Eagles will win this division, but we'll see what Roger thinks. So week 4, losing to Dallas. Week 14, dropping that game and moving to 9-4. Week 15, at Seattle, and I think this is going to be a tough game, but it looks like Raj has them coming out on top and moving to 10-4 on the season. Look at that stretch. You can go back to the week right before the bye week. Dallas, Kansas City, Buffalo, San Francisco, Dallas, at Seattle. That is a rough stretch. All right, it evens out. Fair enough. Then, let's see, week 16. So now they're sitting at 10-4. Week 16, it looks like they host the Giants on Christmas. It's a Monday. And they are going to get the win and move to 11-4 on the season. Week 17, they host the just embarrassing Arizona Cardinals, and they are going to beat them and bench their starters by halftime. There will be no need to continue to play them because this is going to be a blowout. And then week 18, it's, all of the week 18 games are TBD. Who knows when they're going to play these games, but it doesn't matter when they play them. It's at New York. Doesn't matter. Eagles are going to win this game. Finish the season at 13-4. And for the first time since that Eagles run from 2001 to 2004, it looks like we will have a repeat champion of the NFC East, but just barely, apparently, as it looks like the Cowboys get kind of hot towards the end of the year, too, and stay right on their tail. Man, that's going to be a fun race to watch. But 13-4, good enough for the number 1 seed in the NFC once again. And it's looking like the Eagles are going to be pretty heavy favorites to repeat as NFC champs and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. And I don't see any reason to dispute that. I love what I've seen out of them this offseason. I love their additions. I loved how they looked last year. I just don't see any sort of fall off coming, honestly. They just are way too talented. Their GM, Howie Roseman, has done such a good job of spacing out these contracts. Yeah, losing Javon Hargrave hurts, but Jalen Carter, maybe the best player in the entire draft, fell into their laps at 9. They moved up and picked him up at 9. Great draft. They just replenish, man, and they're going to be a real problem this year, and Roger agrees. 13-4 is the final record prediction for your Philadelphia Eagles. And, we'll see you guys in the next one.